let's talk about what it actually means to be yourself. It's such a popular word to say, be yourself. Let's look into it closely. What does it actually mean to be yourself? Where is the self? It would be right to say that being yourself, first of all, means to stop being everything that you are not. For me now it's quite obvious, but for many, many years I was not clear about what exactly it means. I've been practicing yoga, I have been practicing meditation, but still it was quite hard for me to distinguish where is my self behaviors and where are my not self behaviors. The chatter of the mind, as we all know, has so many different voices. Which voices that I hear inside of myself are my intuition, my true response to something, and which voices in my head is just my mind. So with human design, I was able to finally see the difference and experiment with it, and to find and to notice and observe my not self behaviors. Do I want to get attention? Am I trying to attract attention? I know this is one of my not self behavior. Am I trying to appear clever and be sure of myself and confident in my opinions? This is one of my not self behaviors. What are your not self behaviors? Were you able to observe them? How do they feel? Which voices do they talk to you? How do they sound like? Do you feel the repetitive thoughts? Do you know that repetitive thoughts are actually the signs exactly of those not self behaviors? The mind is trying to break through to make you do the things. We all know what it's like to give in to those repetitive, annoying, irritating, stubborn thoughts. Do you know that the real signals from your body feel very natural? They're very slight, they're very subtle, like intuition. It tells you one time. It doesn't repeat itself. It doesn't insist. It's not as loud and noisy as your mind is. The most important part for me of living according to my true self was to actually train myself to observe those patterns, those voices, to be aware of them, laugh at them at times, notice them, not follow them. And so that my inner energy that was always there, my true core that we all have since we are born. I like this example of the child, you know. When you look at the child knows exactly what he wants. They follow their true desires. You can see when the child is excited. When they see the sea, they just run to the sea. You cannot explain to them, it's not time to go to the sea, it's not good for you to go to the sea now. They know, they want it, they go there, right? You can see the expression on their face. We have been conditioned for many years of our early life, on purpose or without purpose, with bad intention or without, at schools, by our parents. Our openness, those places where we are available to the world, where we take the world in that openness, we have felt others We have followed others. We have been trained to think like others. We have been trained to analyze like others. It is time to untrain. It is time to let go. It is time to allow the true self that you are to surface. And we help it surfacing by observing and not following the chatter of the mind. And human design for me, again, was very, very practical tool that allowed me to see exactly where I have to look. Not general. It's not a general information. It's a very precise, personal information based on your body graph, based on your birth data. After doing readings to many of my clients, to many of my friends, I have seen how people have this moment. Oh, so this thing that has always been bothering me, but I keep doing it, this thing. Oh, that one. Okay, I'm going to watch it now. Yeah, I have been wondering, is that a part of myself? Because I feel it so much, I feel it stronger. It impacts me a lot. I get irritated. It makes me feel so much. Don't you think that the part that we have that belongs to us never feels too much? Like, for example, I have this hand here. Yeah, I always had it. Do I feel it? Does it make me feel emotional? Do I have a lot of feelings about it? It's the same about the true self. It's just there. It doesn't make you feel as strong. But everything where you're open, everything where the world from the outside stimulates you, that feels quite stronger. And you know what's the funny part is? We always want to be what we are not. It's interesting. We're curious. It feels different. It's attractive. We spend many, many years being stimulated by what we are not, by trying to be it. Until sometimes also with the age, the wisdom comes. We feel that we are losing too much energy. It feels natural. Many people come to it by their own knowledge, by their own experience. Oh, I'm just gonna be myself, I'm gonna take it easy. I'm just gonna do the way it goes. Well done. Just that human design helps you see it faster, notice it faster. And then you confirm it by your own experiment. I like it when I do the readings, when the person responds back and gives me the feedback that, yeah, this is exactly how I feel. This is exactly how it feels to me. You can confirm it by your personal experiment. You don't have to really trust the full idea of this knowledge or the message. You can experiment with it and you can see how it feels to you. And actually you can trust more in the end. You can trust your own experiment, the conclusions that you make in practical manner, rather than the knowledge itself. That's what I like about human design most, that within my experiment I actually find my own truth, and I can forget about that initial knowledge which was given to me as a guidance, helping my mind observing my not self behaviors, so I can notice them. But once I practice them and I can see them for myself, that's it. I actually don't need the knowledge itself, which makes me also understand and believe that that is the reason why it is the true knowledge, because with the time and with your own practice it disappears. Let me know if you're interested to find out more.